5:43 a.m. high up on Route 134 in South Dennis. Chamberlain Realty. Rest in peace, Charlie Chamberlain. Now Rob Chamberlain. Developed this land that used to be trees when I was a young boy, and now it's called Patriot Square. So how appropriate on Memorial Day that I can think about all my memories here. I remember when this lot was cleared about 45 years ago and developed. And I feel so grateful to have grown up here in this beautiful spot, which maybe I took for granted too much, I think. Coming up by the Johnny A. Kelly recreation area. It used to be called Access Road. Now it's called Kroll Road. I think it's Bob Kroll. He used to work at the Dennis Department of Public Works. My mom was his secretary, and then my mom went on to work at all the schools. Coming across Route 6 here. And so it's a different kind of out the door weather and more for our Memorial Day. It's mostly just observing the sunrise here in South Dennis. The temperature in the low 50s at our field of honor on this beautiful Monday. The nicest weather of the weekend is today, and I'm not really going to do much of a forecast. I know that I looked at the map and the temperatures were in the upper 30s at sunrise today. Wow. And these same spots are going to recover to near 70 as this upper level low finally pulls out. And we get a couple days off. So enjoy a beautiful Memorial Day Monday. Sun and clouds, there's still instability. I think it stopped snowing at Mount Washington, picked up about 14 inches of snow in the last 7 days, just like they said, right? And Monday and Tuesday look great. Wednesday and Thursday, I haven't even looked at the guidance, but I think that weather mostly misses off to the south. And then there is still the threat for one more upper level low late in the week with chilly weather and possible rain Friday into next Saturday before suddenly summer is the forecast for 2 weeks from now. That's the forecast. I'm done with the weather. Rex is sleeping. Mitt and Steve are in Weymouth. We will see a time lapse from Weymouth, and we will see a time lapse from Bass River. Looking over there at the baby crows. I'm like, should I go over and try and get the baby crows? How do I know they're baby crows? I guess just because I've been staring at birds in decades now, and I love crows. When you stare at the sky all the time as a hobby, it's hard not to notice everything else that goes on up in the sky. The clouds, the sun, the moon. I think we're pretty close to a new moon today. So I've been told that my videos are kind of long, but it's a TV show, really. And TV shows sometimes are a half hour, an hour, or a series. So grateful to be where I am, I guess. Growing up here in Dennis, so many memories. The Chase family, the McCormick family, the Schaefers, the Eldridges, my ancestors, mom and dad. Memories. Beautiful weather. Hope you're having a good day. So, the Enmore yesterday, kind of story of life. A little tiny worm farm, all the birds and the neighbors. New neighbors I've known forever, neighbors that have gone by. That's going to be the Enmore. this is it for the forecast. There's the and more from our Sunday. A lot of birds, some worms, and storytelling, and of course music and time lapse. There it is from yesterday, Sunday 05/25/2025 yesterday, and today is Monday, May 26th. And more. Gray sky. Want to see something sad? My mom used to work when we used to go to school. Nathaniel H. Wixon Middle School. I remember when it was built. That's what it looks like now. Progress. Progress sometimes makes you a little bit sad. But the ball fields are still here. And you can never lose the memories, right? Bring the dog down for a walk. School designed in part by Mr. Schaefer of our neighborhood. And my dad used to fish the weirs with Nathaniel Wixon, or for Nathaniel Wixon. At least the tennis court's been repurposed. Everybody knows that sound, right? Come on, where's the sound? There it is. Pickleball. John, good spirit. Catbird. Cardinal. Song sparrow. Cornell Lab. Just told me that, Eric. Thank you. Time to rotate the worm farm towards the left. Put the newest stuff down there. And the olden stuff into there. Let's see if we can find some worms. We have worms 2 days in a row. About an hour into it. So basically moving everything that way. The worms have pretty much done their job on that end. And now we start getting into the more rich, not composted yet stuff. And this is where you start getting into the vein of worms. And I just had one right there. And it just disappeared. Where did it go? And trust me, we're in the vein of worms. That's a good one. Oh, there's a baby. That's not the one I saw before, but where do worms come from? That's a good question. You know, I'm still working on that answer. They come from in there. Rex was just helping me dig over there. Kevin's meeting the new neighbors over there. It's gray, it's chilly, perfect day for bird watching and worm farming. All right, you know, you don't need to go to the gym when you have a worm farm. As for bathing, I'm not sure. Rex thinks he's bathing in the worm chow. Look how nice it is though. It's so clean. I'm ready to make my own mulch. With Rex's help, of course. Can you dig a new hole there? Thank you. You just gotta turn it over. They love smelly stuff. Is it beach weather? Of course it's beach weather. Every day is beach weather. Just depends on how you dress. So, viewers, you correct me on just about everything and add insight, but where do worms come from? Is that the smallest worm we've ever seen? Stop moving. Is that even a worm? It doesn't look like a worm. It looks like something else.
It's definitely moving. Put on like a background or something.
I don't think that's a worm. It's got antennas. That's not a worm.
Well, what is it? Sure looks like a worm.
It's officially called a creepy crawly. Creepy crawly. But we've hit the vein with the worms here. All right, we're starting to get into a good vein here.
Like a sea worm.
So,
Look.
yep. Oh,
Look how quick they escape.
that's done.
There you go. There you go.
So that's where they kind of develop in these layers here.
In between.
It's mother and daughter there.
Mother and daughter? Oh!
Yeah. He, she, they.
Oh, it looks big on Zoom there.
Oh, look, we got oysters too.
Bird.
Oysters.
Anything in there? Open up. Let's eat it. You should have opened it.
We're still playing pickup sticks 3 days after the storm. Well, we pretty much do it every
Good
day,
thing.
year round.
Don't do it.
Come on, Jeff. All right, that's more like it. So they haven't ever seen daylight. So when they do see daylight, they're not quite sure how to react.
It's the human touch makes them freak out.
Do you know which is the head and which is the tail? This one's doing a figure 8.
That's so you can't figure out which is head, which is tail.
These don't have pinchers. Like yesterday's worms,
Oh,
sea
yeah,
worms,
the
they had
pinchers.
pinchers on both ends.
You got some video of them?
So yeah, the
Sea
handler said they're like earthworms but on steroids.
Sea worms don't have pinchers on both ends. Only one end. They're fangs. There's a little meat to them.
Is that a medium, large, or small? I bet he can stretch out several inches.
I'd say a medium.
He's in a not in a hurry Sunday.
He's good enough to put on a hook.
What would you catch?
Smallmouth bass. A cold. A buzz. Dinner. I don't know if I trust any of this fresh water.
All right, so this is the beginning of life. Happens right here. I'm a propagator of future
The
food.
question is, did he survive? Look at how big he is now. Maybe he's large.
He's changed sizes. Unfortunately, you've got like 3 lenses on the iPhone and it keeps changing its focus.
I was trying to focus. Look at that. Your new wristband.
I've got a wristband. It's called this is the Red Wiggler wristband. For sale here at the TK Worm Farm.
For sale. Holiday special, only $5 per worm.
See ya. What'd you just say?
Amazing how warm it is in here.
What? The earth is warm?
Yes.
So even though that's been underground for the whole entire winter.
That is warm to the touch right there.
Oh, good. It's doing good. That's
a good thing.
All right, that was a good workout. Good enough for her now. A lot of worms, a lot of pounds of mulch moved. Now, from the rescue garden, we've pulled out this hydrangea. Call it sort of the foster home for plants. And we're gonna relocate this to the front yard. Gonna be in the front row. Beautiful. Hydrangea, I think it came from mother-in-law's house in Hingham a couple years ago. Looking good. Some slate from Slate Island. I think that's one of my mom's hydrangea. And then my mother-in-law's hydrangea. Relocated here to their permanent spot, as far as I'm concerned. In the front row, Bass River Beauty. Where even on a gray day, I see the beauty. The air actually came from the east and northeast a little bit today. That was a surprise. Not one raindrop since about 7 a.m. Multitudes of birds. Cedar waxwing. Cornell just told me. And there was a sparrow. Sound bombing it. So now you got me addicted to the bird app. Waxwing, wren, cardinal, robin. All right. It's our 6:30 dog walk with all the birds singing. Why don't we just listen to the birds and watch the time lapse from both Weymouth and Cape Cod, where almost no sun on Cape Cod today, but no rain. Got that going for us. The wind actually came in from the east for a minute on Cape Cod. And I have no idea what happened in Weymouth. I wasn't really watching. Oh, it's hard to have quiet. Someone just started an outboard motor somewhere on land. Okay, outboard motor was shut off. Yay. Back to the time lapse of Weymouth. The birds shut off also. Not in a hurry Sunday. Pretty productive. In the worm farm. And the rescue garden. Memorial Day Monday. And a dog. In the forecast. Until tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.